Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading for July. My name is Linda. I've already shuffled the cards and thrown your spread for you. So what I have here is where you are now. This is the challenge you face, the resources you can use. This is what are the hidden forces. This is the potential outcome. I love this. This is really powerful, beautiful reading. We have from the runes also, I'm going to take one here to give insight on what is the spiritual lesson in your situation. Okay. All right, Virgo. There is in your reading here, it says that you are right now feeling actually very successful. Like something's worked out well, or there's a feeling of accomplishment and success and victory in your circumstances. But it's not just that, it's like the acknowledgement of that from other people as well. Because I mean, we can experience success and like accomplishments in our lives, but it's not always that other people acknowledge that as well. But that's what it's saying here. Is like you're having success in a certain area, or you're victorious in some area, and it's being acknowledged and witnessed and appreciated and observed by other people as well. Because the character in this card, although it's not visible in the image, he's actually on a parade through a street, and people have come out of their homes and are standing on the street to wave this person on his parade, kind of cruising by, having successfully come back from an event that has been successful. He's coming back home after a journey abroad where he was successful in his venture. Now, the challenging energy here is interesting because you have the Empress in the upright. So it's interesting that would be challenging because it's a very beneficial energy, actually. So let me try to tune in here and see what I can pull up for that. Because, like, logically, it doesn't make sense at all. So now I have to just listen to my higher self and your guides and my intuition and see how to interpret that for you. So I'm hearing resources. So there's something about resources which is challenging. Creativity is also challenging. I'll leave it there and I'll come back to it if there's anything else to say, but do what you will with that. I feel like that's going to make sense to someone. Now on this top row as well, we have the Page of Wands in reverse in the position of what resources can I use. I'm feeling that the energy of the card there and the message here is to be patient. So it's about not being impatient. It's about not being impetuous. It's about not being immature or too flighty or spontaneous. So tune into that and feel the energy of what the opposite of those things are, and that's what you're being guided here to tap into internally, as far as how to understand the best internal resources to pull on to work with the energy that you're dealing with in the current moment that you're listening to this reading. Now, in this bottom line we have here, what are the hidden forces, what is the potential outcome, and the spiritual message here, spiritual lesson. Two of Swords is what are the hidden forces. So Two of Swords is about it can be a little bit challenging, the Two of Swords. It talks about not having a clear point of reference of how to move forward. It's a very, like, information might be hidden from you, or you are choosing not to be aware of the information that's right in front of you. It's one of those. The Two of Wands can be about being in denial, refusing to see what's there, refusing to be honest with yourself, playing a victim in a little bit of a way. Like maybe you, rather than, like, you might be playing this card of like, I'd rather not make a decision because I'm afraid to make the wrong one, but it's actually just a very passive energy. And most of the time, I would say probably 99 times out of 100, people do know what decision they need to make, but they would rather play the passive role or the mm, like less empowered role of making a choice, and they would rather leave the choices and decisions in the hands of others or in the hands of the universe. And that's, I would say, for me personally, that's never a good way to handle a situation. It's very disempowering, because if you leave decisions up to other people to make, you are communicating something very loudly to the universe, and it's something not good. It's like you are not willing to be empowered enough or strong enough or confident enough to know what you need, and to know what you need to do, to know what choices to make, which will steer you in the direction that you want to go, to have that sense of confidence and success in victory in life. And you become kind of a victim of circumstances then, or like a passive role player in someone else's movie, you know. So how to translate as far as it being in the position of the reading regarding what are the hidden forces. I feel that it's kind of a warning here. I think it's like, don't play that I don't know what to do card, because you do know what to do. You do know what you want. Like, look, the energy of these two cards here is like, it's very forward directed, like straight ahead, knows. There's a compassion and a love and a wisdom in the energy of the characters in these two cards that is so straight ahead and so clear and so open-hearted and so strong and loving and compassionate and humble as well, right? Whereas this is a bit like there's a diminished energy, or it's like how do I say that? Like, too meek. It's a little insincere even, I would say. So again, take the message of these two cards as you will, and just work with that to learn better how to navigate the circumstances that you're in, so that you are governing the areas that are yours to govern, if that makes sense. Now, the final card of the cards here, this is the position of what is the potential outcome. We have the Eight of Wands, which is a beautiful card, one of my favorites in the deck. Eight of Wands. In this deck, it's called Harmony. I would say in other traditional decks, it's a little bit of a different interpretation I would give. But how I'm seeing it in your spread here is that it's kind of, again, directing you to utilize your energy in the way that is harmonizing to your own purpose, your own needs. It's like right, okay. This is about you tuning into the frequency that you have moved into. Because I feel like I'm getting a whole different energy now in the spread, and it's really clear. And I'll do my best here to translate it for you. What I'm feeling here is that you've been on a journey. You've been somewhere. You've traversed different terrain. You've traversed different terrain. And that's a metaphor, right? It's literal and it's a metaphor. You have traversed different terrain. You have gone to uncharted territory, and you have explored it, understood it, and mapped it. And you're coming back a different person because of that courageous journey to explore new territory. Okay? And the challenge for you is to now harmonize yourself and integrate the energy of the new you that you've become as a result of your explorations. And it's from that energy of integrating the new frequencies and the new vibrations that you have learned to feel, because of your courageous journeys into areas where you haven't been before, that you need to learn how to, it's like this, like, give me a second to find the right language here. You're not the same person. You're not the same person that you were, right? And so coming back into a space where maybe people who haven't seen you since before you went on this exploration, like, you cannot try to harmonize your frequency to them. You have to harmonize your frequency to your own self. And in that way, you become more attuned to the truth of who you are, and that becomes your authentic expression. And you can't hide that from other people. You can't diminish that. You can't pretend that that didn't happen. You can't. It happened. You did it. You can't avoid that now, because it's done. It's logged in the book. Right? So I hope what I'm feeling here and I'm expressing is actually landing with you, because it's a very profound energy, and I'm doing my best to articulate it in a way with using the right words that I think will make sense for who's watching. But yeah, you can't go back to who you were before you went on this journey. You've already been altered. You're altered almost beyond recognition. And you can't avoid that, and you cannot deny that. It's really important that you acknowledge it and you deny it. And now I understand the Empress a little bit better too. It's like you have stepped up your game in such a way that you're embodying this otherworldly, other frequency of something which is so profoundly self-made. Like, how do I express that? Basically, the person that you have evolved into is it's like an evolutionary leap from who you were before you went on this excursion. And there's no reason to try to hide that from other people or diminish that experience of that evolutionary leap so that other people don't feel threatened. You need to bring that confidence and that love and that compassion into the space where they are, rather than try to downstep your energy back to who you were before you went on your journey so that they don't feel insecure. It's not going to work. Let's take a look at this rune. It's in reverse. So I'm just pulling up an interpretation here from my notes. Okay, it's called Iwaz, and it represents two horses. So this would be how it looks in the upright position. So these two symbols represent two horses. But in reverse, okay, I'll read it upright and then I'll read the reverse one. So in the upright position, it's about transportation. So it's connecting back to this one. May represent a horse, a car, plane, boat, any vehicle. Movement and change for the better. Yeah, exactly what I was just talking about. Gradual development and steady progress are indicated. Harmony, oh my God, cannot make this up. Harmony, teamwork, trust, loyalty, an ideal marriage or partnership, confirmation beyond doubt about the meanings of the runes around it. Okay, but we have it in the reverse position. So I'm going to read the reversal translation now as well. It says, not a negative rune, but perhaps a change is craved. Feeling restless or confined in a situation, restless haste, disharmony, mistrust, betrayal. All right, I don't want you to see that as a negative interpretation. It's not negative here. It exactly sums up everything that I've just been talking about. I feel like I don't really need to say more here. I don't know, like, this is a really special reading, Virgo. I hope you understand what has been transmitted here. It's very important. A big leap has been made here. A big transmission has been made. And I want to say, I don't want this to sound weird, but I want to say that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, because this excursion that you've been on, this journey that you've been on, is not an easy one. It's not for the faint-hearted. And you've come back noticeably altered as a result of it. It's really important that you maintain that vibration and you integrate it, and don't try to diminish yourself so that people who are not really understanding of the type of quest that you're on don't like it, or don't understand it, or feel confused by it, or jealous or threatened of it, that you don't not let them see what you've attained from your journey because you're afraid that it will make them feel small. Don't do that. It's not fair to you, and it's also not fair to them, because you also have an energy of healing that's there to transmit as well to the people in your proximity. Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.